On March 2021, Chief Minister Pema Khandu-led government had said that they will launch Mission Shiksha to improve the standard of education in the next 2 years with 6 focus areas including infrastructure development of schools, technology intervention through information and communication technology and digital initiatives. So right now we are with Mr. Sachin Rana, the director of Mission Shiksha Itanagar. Let us know what is Mission Shiksha actually and what is the motive of the Shiksha Abhiyan. Sir, can you please highlight on the Mission Shiksha and its motto?
First of all, rightly, Government of Arunachal Pradesh have started this Mission Shiksha as a year of under the year of education. Over a period of time, education standard in the states are not improving as expected. So they have started this Mission Shiksha in which a specific need-based intervention have been planned, and under the leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Saab and learned Chief Secretary, Commissioner Education, Minister Education, to be more specific, have included their ideas and all the lacunas they have set for arts and arts, and after that this intervention have been found out. So almost like 7-8 intervention. Earlier we started with 6, but as we progress, more intervention kind of a subject were find out, and in that Mission Shiksha is progressing. So if I can remind you about all the intervention, first of all is the teachers training and evaluation. All the stakeholders, whosoever are the stakeholder in education, have been included in the Mission Shiksha. First, we see teachers as the most important functionary of the education. Schools have two stakeholders. One is the student, other is the teacher. Teacher is the person who gives education, and if he is more motivated, his motivation is higher, then we expect him to perform better, and if he perform better, the educational standard for the student learning improves. So for that teachers training, we are working on two fronts mainly. First is the evaluation part, and another is the training part. So the teachers for evaluation, we have consulted a very reputed organization of Government of India. It is called Quality Council of India. We are in final talks with them, and they'll be evaluating all the 15,000 plus teachers. As of now, we have 17,000 teachers. Few of them may be on the verge of retiring, so we'll not evaluate them. Few of them would be the physical education teacher. We'll exclude them. But for the teachers who teach students regularly in the classroom will be evaluated. So after that evaluation, our training program will be tweaked. We have a training program policy in place, and training is going on as of now. After that training program, the teachers are expected to perform better. Another important thing is the use of ICT technology. So in that we have visualized a very higher end technology also, in which a centralized studio have been created in Itanagar. In that, a teacher can take classes from Itanagar, and he can connect to all the possible school in the state. This will be through the VSAT technology, the satellite communication system. It will be a two-way communication system. The teachers can teach the student, and student can, on the face of it, can ask from any of the school the similar question. This will also take care of our teachers for maths and science in particular. In our state, it has always been reported that the number of teachers in maths and science are relatively less. So centralized studio will be able to at least bridge that gap to the greater extent. Another is the teachers training. So teachers training is always very important phenomena. So in which DIETS and SCRT, the under SCRT flagship, are being strengthened. DIETS infrastructure, we are about to create a very high-end training conference room in each of the DIETS. The work has been given already to the Urban Development Department after the approval of Honorable CM and Minister Saab. And UD department will be creating a hall. Over a period of time, as we progress, residential facilities for the teachers who come from the far-flung areas will be developed. We have 11 DIETS in our state, and the specialized training would be conducted in the SCRT, which is in UPR. This thing. Another important aspect is about ECCE, Early Childhood Care and Education, in which students from age of 3 onwards will be roped into the formal education. Our new education policy of 2020 also talks about it, and state government has agreed to put sufficient funds on our disposal so that this system can be started. Because of the COVID, the things are getting delayed, but as on when the plan is in place, as we move progress, the teachers will be trained and they will be given to these ECC centers. So almost like 300 centers will be created in our state to start with. And as we go along, if the need is there, we'll increase the number of center. This ECC center will be dually managed by Education Department and WCT Department. WCT Department will work on the evaluation of health parameters, other parameters of the student and their mothers. But for the education part, Education Department will be given the formal activity-based learning to all the students. So it will be like a play school for the young toddlers. Another important task in that e-technology, beside that VSET technology, is the e-content. Our school students formally have been kind of kept away from the e-content. So we have roped in with a very reputed organization, again Rotary International. So they'll be giving us the e-content. So our teachers would be trained on that e-content. After that, we'll be training our students also on the e-content. So it will be kind of supplement and complement both to the formal education study of classroom. As I was explaining earlier, e-content is very beneficial to understand the basic concept, the activity-based learning, the animations, the video lecture, the repetition, you can repeat it again and again once you are not able to understand. That luxury is not with the physical teacher. Physical teacher repeats once, twice, thrice. After that, he assumes the teacher, the student has understood. But in the e-content, it is the liberty of the student that he can learn at his own pace. He can rewind the things, he can learn, he can then discuss with the teacher. So it's kind of a supplement to all the learning things. And hopefully, with this, our foundational literacy and numeracy will increase. And if this increase, the ranking of state will be better in the national rankings. We are also focusing on developing of the teachers quarter, even though work has not started formally, but we'll be providing some teachers accommodation in the far-flung area to start with. This is also in our thing. Besides, we are also in the task of convergence of the department's funds. Various departments invest hugely in education department, particularly the classroom, the toilet, the water, the sanitation, electricity, solar panels. So we are in a process of converging all the departments so that they invest in the education as per the priority determined by the Mission Shiksha. So as and when things will improve upon on this, we'll be updating you more.
So as you've already mentioned about this quality of education, the priority will be given to higher enrollment. But in the far-flung areas, there is very less students, as we have also done the ground reporting. So what will be the future of the students who has less enrollment in the schools?
When we analyze the data and also discuss with the functionaries like DDSCs and the BEOs, etc., teachers, SCRT, DIETS principal, those people who are sitting in the field, we came to know that there is a very skewed ratio. Niti Aayog has also reported this, that there is a high skewed ratio of enrollment in our state. So, but to start with, we have to prioritize because funds are also very limited. So, to start with, we have focused on the high enrollment schools. So, we are going from top to bottom. So we are tackling the schools which have the higher enrollment. Rightly said, few districts have the higher enrollment. There is a relative higher enrollment. Suppose in Launding and Tirap, a school of the enrollment of 1,000 students is also easily available, but for the same is not true for the Kurumkurme, where the higher enrollment means 300 plus students. For Pasighat, it's around 700, 600. Similarly, for Itanagar, it's again more than 1,000. So on that basis, relative ranking of the schools have been made, and on that basis, we are infusing our resources in that. And we are during the study, we also find out that there are various schools which have zero enrollment. To be very fascinating about this, so it has been made a conscious decision that since the schools are not having students for like 2 years, 3 years back, so we have started to close down them. Formal order have been given to all the distinct functionaries, TDSC and DCs, and 398 schools have been ordered to be closed down. And the low enrollment ratio, few schools have low enrollment ratio also, in which the number of students are less than 30. So it has been decided that those schools which have enrollment of less than 30 and are in the vicinity of at least a 5 square kilometer area, so those will be merged into an IB school, so that students have the better facilities and sufficient number of teachers at their disposal. As of now, there is a huge number of schools with a single teacher or two teachers. Suppose a one teacher or two teachers takes a leave, then the entire schools have the holiday. So this kind of a thing will be taken if we have this unified school.
So the Mission Shiksha will also focus on the communication technology. So how come will it focus on communication technology where even in the far-flung areas there is no road communication and there is no network? So how will it comply with it? And since there is no library, no laboratory, no computer room, as you have also said about the e-content, will the e-content reach to these far-flung areas?
As
Let me join the question here.
I've understood the
Yes,
question.
so when we talk about the technical communication, not far from capital complex, just near the area, the Balijan area or the circle near this capital complex, they also have this communication problems. Then how come how can we expect the better quality of communication when we talk about the far-flung areas like Kurume, like Radadi, like Anjo district?
I I understand your concern, but our state is very in the nascent stage of development. Like a few years back, I hope I'm not here, but I was not here. But the things have improved. Things are improving. The network connectivity is increasing. The average availability of data per user is increasing. So, but this is a added advantage. We cannot wait till all the fellow have the internet or mobile in their pocket. So, but we are hoping is the VSAT communication technology in which our satellite will relay the data from our centralized studio to the satellite, and satellite will be sending it to all the dish antennas, which we'll be installing in the schools. So on that basis, the data will be received in the school. So at least the school has the data, specialized data which we are sharing. So it will be a video would be shared like I am speaking. It's like a live telecast of the match. Not the e-content, the classroom sitting, and e-content will be given. All the schools will be given with a suitable number of devices. Most probably the television sets and all. I've been told that many of the schools have already. So the infrastructure will not, and mostly this will be funded by the government of India. So not an issue for the resources.
So as you've also mentioned about the teachers' quarters, uh, in the as Arunachal Mirror had went to this Lada circle of Islamic district, there is no teacher quarter, and the APCS batch will be providing the teacher headquarters. How is the government supporting these teachers in providing education to the students?
Infrastructure development per se is a long-term project. We'll be giving our study report to the government that so many teachers quarter after the field study and field survey, that so many teachers quarter are required at so and so places, and this is the cost for per teacher quarter. For example, like 7 lakh, 8 lakh, whatever the cost comes normally, this is the figure we are talking, depending on the area also. At few places it is more than 15 lakhs also, and it's around 5 lakhs in few of the like plain area, Pyasai, Pasighat and Itanagar. But as and when we progresses, we'll give our reports and status to the government of Arunachal Pradesh, and as and when they allocate the suitable funds, we'll be developing it in phases.
So my last question would be, as this is an state level awareness training program, so what would you like to say to this JPM, JPCs, corporators and councillors in this Shiksha Mission?
First of all, it's a very nice initiative of ISSC to include all the field functionaries, ZPMs and ZPCs, councillor, mayor, deputy mayors. These are the people who are in the third tier of government, and they regularly their area of work is very concentrated. I will not say limited, but concentrated. They can interact with the principal, teachers. They know all the functionaries in the field. So I would request them to give attention to all the provisions of ISSC and Mission Shiksha also, so that they can, when they go back to the field, they understand what their responsibilities are and what their duties are. So that once they understand, then only they can bring the suitable as the expected change in the educational curriculum framework. Thank you.